So Ken Carson and Yeat are both dropping albums this Halloween, taking over this year's spooky season, with Ken Carson's More Chaos and Yeat's highly weighted album Lyfestyle. With both artists being the biggest new gen artists, many fans are wondering who will drop the better album and who will sell more numbers. And with the shaky relationship between Opium and Yeat, this is very interesting and to see how this all plays out ahead of these two albums. But let's take a look at these albums from Yeat and Ken and who will drop the better album and sell the most numbers. And now Ken Carson and Yeat have had a pretty interesting relationship these past few years, and we obviously knew at one point Ken, Lone, and Yeat and we're all super close, and with Yeat even bringing out Ken and Lone at his shows, and Yeat even having Ken on his album Too Alive. But all of a sudden, as both artists got bigger and bigger and they both stopped working with each other for whatever reason, and it seems like they aren't on good terms, as Lil 88 supposedly dissed Yeat and Lone and Ken retweeted that freaking diss. So yeah, man, they're definitely not on good terms as of now, which sucks because imagine how insane it would be if we got a Ken and Yeat song seeing how big both artists are right now in their careers. Both artists have become huge. I'd say Yeat is obviously a bit bigger, but Ken is for sure catching up with the insane run that he is going on this year. And looking at this past year for both artists, and we obviously know Ken was fresh off dropping A Great Chaos, dropping the Deluxe this year as well, and his monthly listeners just skyrocketing, and he really took his career to a whole new level, and from being underground to mainstream, and he's just not stopping. And with Cardi getting bigger, obviously Ken is getting bigger as well. And now with Yeat on the other hand, and he has been on a little run as well, dropping 2093 back in February, which did get a lot of mixed opinions from fans, but the album, no question, was pretty successful numbers wise, and Yeat obviously became a pretty household name in this whole new gen mainstream hip-hop scene, having songs with Don Toliver, Drake, and all these big artists. But going back to 2093, a big reason why a lot of people weren't fucking with the album was because obviously Yeat did change his sound. But this new album that Yeat is dropping this October called Lyfestyle, as he did start the freaking rollout, dropping a song on SoundCloud called Turn Me Up, and it definitely seems like Yeat is going back to his old sound, which already brought him so much success in the first place. But it's overall super crazy seeing the insane amount of growth that Yeat is having right now, as just 3 years ago Yeat and was just coming up in that whole 2021 underground scene with other artists like Summers, Can, and now he surpassed them by a freaking mile. And both artists, that being Ken and Yeat, came up in a pretty similar way, obviously being in the whole 2021 underground, except obviously Ken is signed to another artist and Yeat isn't. But looking closer to both albums, first of all, looking at More Chaos, it has been teased for a minute that Ken is dropping on Halloween, and he was teasing it on his tour, and he actually just posted a tweet with the pumpkin emoji confirming the Halloween release date, which honestly bro, October 31st is such a perfect day for Ken to actually drop the freaking album. Obviously any Opium artist album fits perfectly with that whole spooky season vibe. And after seeing the insane results that the A Great Chaos got, getting 30k for fucking 5 damn songs, imagine how insane this album would perform with 15 to 18 songs. And A Great Chaos still gets millions of plays each week. It's insane seeing how much this album literally changed his freaking career. And with Ken having the next month to roll out this album, it's gonna be very interesting to see how he actually will roll the album out compared to Yeat. And now looking at Yeat's album Lyfestyle, obviously we did talk about the single Turn Me Up, and obviously Yeat going back to his old sound, and Yeat just announced on his story that it is dropping this October, posting a bunch of Times Square billboards, and Benny X teasing that it is dropping on Halloween. Now as much as I do want Ken to sell more, because obviously I love Ken, but Yeat obviously is the more popular artist and is more mainstream in a way, but I feel like Yeat doesn't have a lot of organic hype when being compared to Ken. And it's crazy how Ken's alt Instagram posts promoting More Chaos is already getting more attention than Yeat's actual Instagram October tease release date post. Obviously this doesn't really mean much, but it gives us a good idea of who has more hype right now, which is no question Ken. And with Cardi not dropping his album, the anticipation of waiting for Cardi's album is gonna obviously transfer to Ken's album, leading to more listeners. So yeah, obviously Yeat is the more popular artist and he has all these cosigns, but I feel like the way Ken's moving right now, he might low-key outsell Yeat. It'll be interesting to see if Ken or Yeat are gonna send shots at each other, because obviously and they're both dropping on the same freaking day. But anyways, thank you for watching, love y'all, we out.